going back to the offensive line, they've seemed to kind of expand the rotation a little bit. Obviously, Ronaldo's playing, Cole's moving around a little bit as well. How much do you feel like that's just helped their depth? Because Virginia, they seem to get better as the game went on.
Yeah, Adonis Boone's another one. So we've actually started to play a little bit more guys, which is good. Because as you get down toward the end right here, you probably need a little bit more depth. I think if a guy gets dinged by this time of the season. So Cole came in and played really well against Virginia, and which to his credit, TJ had been playing a lot more, and then Cole started practicing a lot better and got an opportunity and made the most of it. I think that's what it's all about. It's a great story on being resilient and continuing to work. So I was proud of Cole for that. We all are. But we want all our guys that way. And when things don't go your way, sometimes, there's two ways you can look. You can get bitter, you can get better. And obviously, we wanted you to get better, and that's what he did. He's like, listen, I got to start working harder in practice and show that I can do this. And so we rewarded him with a start against Virginia, and he played really well. And we were able to move the football. So, but yeah, we have created a little bit more depth there up front. I think Adonis Boone's a guy who's really gotten a lot better throughout the whole season. From the start of the season to right now, we feel confident about playing him as well, and really probably at guard and tackle. I think he's kind of that swing guy for us. And he's a young player, sophomore player, and I think he's got a bright future ahead, and we're excited about him. So I think we are trying to create a little bit more depth there up front wise that'll help us throughout the rest of the year.
Coach, you mentioned Ryan on extra points. I think James had the kickoff in the last game. How will you handle that, or will Ryan handle both of them?
No, I think we'll do the same thing we did toward the end of the game. I think it's. Obviously, if you got one thing you need to concentrate on, I really think those guys get better at that. At this point in the season, we wouldn't want to put that much on Ryan. I mean, he could do it, but I think if we can split that, I think that'd be the best for our team.
And then Marlon started the last game and had a really good game. Yep. What did you see, or what had you guys seen in him to give him that nod?
Yeah, I think Marlon is probably one of our most athletic players in the secondary. He can really run, he can jump. For him, the mental capacity was what was holding him back. And he's been practicing better. He's another one of those guys that's kind of been putting the work in. He's been a big special team player for us, getting better and better on defense. And Coach Brown felt, let's give him an opportunity. And went out and played well. Had a lot of tackles, played the ball well. And I would see him, hopefully that gives him a little confidence too, to know, hey, I can do this, and give me that chance. And then he'll continue to get better and better. But yeah, we're really proud of Marlon as well.
I know what you said about bowls in the past, that this is the first game that this would make you, a win would make you bowl eligible. Do you still not talk about that?
No, we don't talk about it because it doesn't matter really. We met on Sunday. I brought it up to say, hey, listen, everybody knows we're at 5 wins. You get another win, we're going bowling. We all applaud that and we want that, but we got to focus everything on Miami. We don't, if you focus on the bowl, you're not going to win another game. So you focus on the teams you have to play. So all our focus is on the preparation of Miami. Everything that we're doing right now, so yesterday's practice and everything this week, is all about the preparation of trying to go out and beat Miami. That's it. And at the end of the season, we hope what we've done is good enough to warrant, a very nice bowl, and we'll go enjoy that when that happens. But right now, all your focus is to be on the task at hand, which is the Miami Hurricane.
Scott, the questions coming. How's the quarterback health, and any idea who's going to get the nod this week?
Yeah, I think, again, the bye week, man, it was a great time for those guys. And the great thing about both of those players that they didn't get any setback in the Virginia game. Both were healthy out of that. Last night, they're both running around, feeling good. Cunningham will start. Cunningham will be the guy. And, Evan's going to be ready to go. And we'll see how that goes throughout the game. But the good thing and encouraging thing for us is both guys are healthy. And I think probably as healthy as they've been in the last month. And I think that gives us a little bit better sense of what they would be able to do out there on Saturday night.
Does Hassan good?
Yeah, he's practicing. He's well. He's good to go. He's another one that was dinged up, prior to Virginia, and I'm so glad to have him back also. He'll be back kicking, kick returns as well.
Back on the quarterbacks, obviously Coach Ponce has been with you forever, it seems like. Obviously Taylor played really well for you guys at App, Zach as well. Mikhail's grown as much. What does Coach Ponce do that helps those quarterbacks so much? Yeah,
I tell you, Coach Ponce does a great job with those guys. He's just very consistent, and he coaches them all the same. He's hard on all of them throughout practice. When they get an opportunity to make their presence known as in playing the game, they are prepared. And, you know, he's very thorough and very consistent. I think that's probably the two things that he is. You know, he's very detail-oriented as well. You know, so I think those guys know when they get out in the game, they know what they're getting ready to see, and they know now they just have to go perform and make the plays. But he does a great job with them. Obviously, his track record speaks for itself. You know, if you're going all the way back since he's coached quarterbacks with me, our guys have always been towards the top of passer efficiency every year. Usually taking care of the football, making good plays, and the way he teaches them, he does a great job with them. You know, Coach Ponce was a high school coach and high school teacher for 15 or 16 years. You know, when you're dealing with the high school guys, you really have to. You're developing those guys. You're developing them from the time they're in the 9th grade, you know, 14 years old to the time they become a senior. You know, and so he does a great job teaching them, and I think that really has translated to really good quarterback play over his career, coaching those quarterbacks.
In the current world, you know, more and more teams are infatuated with passing the ball and things, and you like to run the ball. It's a little bit more old school. How did you become that comfortable with that, and why do you think you lean that way?
Well, I like to win. That's what I like to do. And if it's running the football is going to help us win, then that's what I like to do. I like to throw it. I mean, there's nothing more beautiful than watching a ball go in the air and your guy catch it and go and score a touchdown. So I would say that's a little bit false. In fact, I just like to win. So if you go back and go look at the history of football, who can run the football and who can stop the run, those are the teams that usually wins on a consistent basis. Now, there's teams that throw the football and they throw it really, really well. They'll go out and they'll beat, you know, a team they're not supposed to beat, but over a long period of time, they don't win as many championships. And so I just think just like the other night, we beat Virginia, just a nasty weather type day, winds blowing, you got to be able to run the football. And if you try to lean on that pass too much, if you're leaning on the pass too much, now quarterback's having a bad day, what are you going to do? If you can't run it, what are you going to do? There's nothing you can do. If you're able to run the football and then you're helping your quarterback out with that, then he's able to cut loose and he can have a lot of great stats too, you know, and be efficient. I want to have an efficient offense and be able to take what the defense gives us. So I think as we look at our stats by the end of the season, I hope that we'll be pretty balanced in the amount of yards we have rushing and throwing. I would just, you know, usually that's what ends up happening. And, you know, you can go look at the Wake Forest game where we threw the ball really, really well, a lot of big plays in that game. You know, this Virginia game against a great defense, we were able to run the football, you know, for over 200 and some yards. So, I mean, I just think you got to be able to do both in this day and age of college football. But if you can establish the run, then you're going to demoralize the team that you're playing if they can't stop it. And I think that's the way you want to win championships.
Coach, now that you're at this point in the season, like the home stretch, if you will, you mentioned you're not focused on bowl eligibility, even though you said it is the elephant in the room. But do you feel like there's like almost a sense of urgency with the team just to make sure that they're still staying fresh, they're still doing the things that they're supposed to do, playing good football because of those goals still being there?
Well, I just think that, you know, we're 3-1 the last 4-game stretch, and I think that we've gained a lot of confidence in that, and the guys are feeding off of that. They like the way that feels, and so they're staying in the moment and they're coming to work every day. Just like yesterday's practice, a Sunday practice, and they were flying around. That was a great practice. That was the best Sunday we've had, and that's what you want to see as a coach. The guys that are flying around every single day. All right, what do you have for me today, coach? You know, like for tomorrow, like we're putting our game plan in now. You know, kind of getting that together. So tomorrow, to me, these players, when they get to the meeting room, they're going to be eager. All right, coach, what we got this week? You know, what plays are we running? And that excitement, that joy, that's how you get better and better every single day. And that's what we want to continue to do. We want to continue to be a great football team and get better. To me, we're not even near where we can be as a football team yet. And we're going to continue to strive to be there by the end of the season. And that's going to happen because of the way they come to work every day. You know, and I think just by winning some games is giving them a lot of confidence that we continue to work hard. We're going to get better and better, and you're going to have more fun. You know, that we've had all year.